Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. This is Brenda. Brenda's Thrifted Decor and DIY. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all have had a blessed week. We made it down here, didn't we, y'all? From Monday all the way down to Friday. I hope that you all enjoyed that video that I did on yesterday. Let me explain to you. So once a month, I go down to my sister's. She's one of my older sisters, and I go down and I clean for her. So that was what was going on yesterday. That was the only footage that I was able to get yesterday was to go ahead and just give an update on her yard. I hope that you all enjoyed it because she does have a beautiful landscape that she created for herself. So today what I have for you on this video is right now I am running some water in my mop bucket because my kitchen needs to be mopped really bad around my breakfast room area. I'm going to sweep it up. I'm going to mop. So today would be the start of my In the Kitchen with Brenda Friday. In the Kitchen with Brenda Friday. Let's say that together. In the Kitchen with Brenda Friday. And what I will be doing is just cooking up some simple meals, nothing spectacular. I'll say it again, I'm not a cooking channel. I'm not here to provide recipes. Don't get upset when you click on it and then the first thing that you see is me mopping or doing something else or talking, because all I'm doing is adding the cooking into my daily journey, a part of my daily journey. So, cooking may be at the end. Cooking may be at the beginning. But be patient, okay? And just remember, it's not a cooking channel. And what I'm going to be preparing today is actually going to be for my granddaughter, our dinner. And I'm going to do my homemade meatloaf. Well, what other way you can have meatloaf except homemade? Anyway, I'm going to be making meatloaf. I'm going to be doing some mashed potatoes and gravy. Unfortunately, you all, I'm going to be doing some instant mashed potatoes and gravy and some green beans. So that's meatloaf, mashed potatoes and gravy. And I'm probably going to add some mushrooms to it. We'll see. And some green beans. Very simple. Very, very simple. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just get started. Got my water there. I'm going to go ahead and start off by sweeping up my kitchen and sweeping up around the breakfast room area. And just kind of giving that. I need to mop the whole area, but today I'm just going, my whole, downstairs. But I'm just going to do the breakfast room area and probably go around where the bar stools are. And I'll get the other part of it, probably next week, okay? Just one step at a time, one little bit at a time. All right, y'all, let's go. The worst mistake that I could have ever made when I put towel down in my kitchen, ceramic towel, is getting why I chose a light color, I do not know. I regret it, but what's done is done because every piece of dirt shows up on it. I am eager to get here in this kitchen. I am eager for you all to join me in the kitchen as I go ahead and put my dinner on for tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, I am going to be doing meatloaf, mashed potatoes with, I believe I'm going to do mushroom gravy. And I went ahead and picked up some fresh carrots also. I think I'm going to do some carrots and some green beans. So let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to start off by mixing my meatloaf. This is the pan that I'm going to be mixing my meatloaf. This is my meatloaf bacon dish. Don't you just love that? Isn't that cute? Oh, I just love it. I have a bell pepper, onion. These are the mushrooms for my gravy, and some carrots. And I also have the ground turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and start out by chopping up my onions and bell pepper. I think I'm gonna get a larger bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting my seasoning in my turkey with the onions and bell pepper. And I am going to be putting some oregano. I have this Grill Mates hamburger seasoning. I'm going to use some Szechuan seasoning and a little bit of seasoning salt, and of course my black pepper. And I'm also going to use some sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Maybe a couple tablespoons. And I'm going to go ahead and get an egg because I want to put an egg in it to kind of help bind it. And I have this panko breadcrumbs, and I'm just going to put just a small amount. I don't really like putting my hand. I don't like putting my hand in food, but sometimes you just have to just go ahead and just do what you gotta do. going to just put some cooking oil in the baking dish. So I'm going to go ahead and start forming my meatloaf mixture. I have my loaf formed, and I already have my oven preheated to 350, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick this in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. The next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and put my carrots on, because sometimes carrots take a while to cook and get softened. I'm going to add, because I want them to glaze a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of cinnamon and just some sugar. And I'm only going to cover them enough to just let them steam, because I don't want to boil them. More of a steam. So maybe about 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to go ahead and let those start cooking. And the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do, is start doing my gravy. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing mushroom gravy. I have my mushrooms here. And it's been a while since I have made homemade gravy, so keep your fingers crossed for me. So I'm gonna first saute the mushrooms, and then I'll start making my roux. My cast iron skillet already have oil. It's already oiled, but I'm just gonna add just a little bit of olive oil, not a lot, just a little, right there. And while that is getting hot, I will go ahead and put my green beans on the stove. None of what I'm cooking takes very long to cook. That's what I like about this meal. I love it that this is a pop top. The leftover onions and bell pepper that I had, I'm going to toss them inside my green beans. I love onions. I love to cook onions with green beans. I'm just going to add some pepper. Some of my beloved seasoning salt. So I just added some margarine. We're going to go ahead and let that start cooking. Then once it kind of starts cooking, I'll get it stirred up some. Put the top on it. My oil is hot for my mushrooms. So I have my cup, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour. Going to add a little bit of water to the flour. Just a little bit of water. I'm going to take my spoon. And I'm just going to mix this up very well. About maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of flour. It could be any type of flour. It don't have to be. It could be just plain all-purpose, self-rising. It doesn't matter because we're not baking anything. So I'm going to get that all mixed up very well. You want to make sure all of your flour is mixed very well. And then try to get all the lumps out of it. Got my mushrooms. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour this mixture and you want to stir it kind of until it starts getting a little brown. It's going to get kind of lumped up, as you can see. What I need to do is I need to add some more oil. I turn my water on in my faucet to get it hot. For my green beans. All right, so I have my flour, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting my water in it. Cup of water. So you're just going to keep stirring this until you get it all mixed up well. I know you all don't like for me to use my metal fork, but for this, I'm going to need to use my fork to get the lumps out. So just bear with me. Hopefully, since the pan is not metal, it won't aggravate you too much. I got to get all of the drippings off at the bottom. I'm going to add some soy sauce. Seasoning salt. The last of my pepper. I need to open another one. That should be enough. You just keep stirring, and when you're doing this gravy, you have to stir from the bottom of the pan because you want all of those drippings, because the drippings in the bottom of the pan is going to put it's what's going to help it to start to thicken. And you want to like make sure that you don't let your flour, that's why it's important that when you are stirring the flour in the cup, to make sure you stir it and mix it well, because you don't want it to start lumping up in the gravy. Because if you don't have it mixed well, the flour will start lumping. We're going to go over here and check on my carrots. You can see it's starting to thicken up. Smells good. And usually when it starts to thicken, you'll know whether or not, it really depends on how thick that you want it. And if it gets too thicker than what you want, just like add just a little more water. You don't want to add too much water at one time, just a bit by bit until you get it to the consistency that you want it. Some people like real thick gravy. Some people like, you know, kind of a loose, thin gravy. I like mine to be middle ways. I don't like it real thick and I don't like it real thin. Taste it. I think I'm gonna play with the seasoning a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead also check on my meatloaf. And you want to turn this gravy down, because you don't want it, once it starts thickening, just turn it down some, because you don't want it to start sticking to the pot, to your pan. All right, let me go ahead and check on my meatloaf. It's coming along. I try to remember you all not to use the metal spoon. Sometimes I forget, but you know, usually when it's me here by myself, it doesn't bother me, but I know it kind of bothers other people. So I have to consciously remember to, I have a whole set of wooden spoons. I'll show them to you in a minute. Pretty much have every kind that you could imagine. I'm going to give it a taste test for seasoning. Oh, it tastes good, y'all. That soy sauce really did it. So my gravy is ready. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because I don't really want it to keep cooking, especially in this cast iron, because cast iron gets very hot and it's pretty much done to where I want it. So there's no point in this continuing to cook. I'm going to go ahead and just push it over to the side. See if I can find a top to go on it. Check my green beans. I'm going to turn those up. Well, actually, I'm going to turn my green beans down. Put that on low. I would check my carrots and see if they are, I'll check my carrots and see if they're getting soft. I think my carrots can cook about maybe 5 more minutes. I don't like them mushy, but I don't want them crunchy. I'm a kind of in-between kind of girl on everything. These are my mashed potatoes, just some classic Idaho russet potatoes with butter and cream. I'm gonna let my meat kind of get a little bit more cooked before I do the mashed potatoes, because the mashed potatoes don't take long at all. Yesterday, when I went down to my sister's to help her do some work around her house, I brought back home some stuff from her garden. And actually, you know what? I went and bought a bell pepper, and I forgot that I got the bell pepper from her house on yesterday. And I have a orange one, and I have some peppers down up in here, some habaneros. Because I'm gonna have to figure out, I'm gonna have to cook those without getting them into my granddaughter's food. But they're gonna get it because I love me some peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my carrots off. Those should be done to the consistency that I like. All right, let's check on this meatloaf again. So usually I'll take a fork, kind of stick it down in the middle, and it seems like it's cooked. So what I like to do for to top off my meatloaf is I like a little kick to it. So I'm gonna mix up the barbecue sauce in a bowl. Ketchup. I'm just going to spread it over my meatloaf. So I need a little more. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the oven for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. While the meatloaf is cooking for the last maybe 7 minutes or so, maybe 10, I'm going to start mixing up I'm going to put some water on the stove to boil for my mashed potatoes. And according to the instructions, I need to boil 2 cups of water. My water has come to a boil, and the instruction says to move it off of the heat, and then immediately go ahead and pour in it says put it in a heat resistant bowl, but I just usually just put it in the pot. These potatoes are actually pretty good. Sage and I love them. Grab my wooden spoon. I'm going to add some margarine. Just stir them up. Y'all see how good I am being with my wooden spoon? Now I know if I had had the fork in this this pot here, it would have drove you all nuts. I do listen. I listen. You may think I don't, but I actually do, because I'm here to make you all happy. I'm not here to aggravate you and make you mad. I'm here to bring joy into your life. Or some joy anyway. I know I can't bring you all the joy, but I'm here to bring you as much joy as I can. And if this helps, then I've done some of my part anyway. I like to add a little bit of extra water to mine. Not a lot, just a little bit to kind of loosen them up a little. So I'm just doing maybe about, yeah. That does sound better, don't it, y'all? It does sound better than clinking it with that metal fork and spoon. I know it does. I know. I've even went back and listened to some of the videos where I was doing metal against metal, and I was like, ooh, yeah, I know what they're talking about. So, those are my mashed potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and take my meatloaf out of the oven, and I'm going to set it right here on this. All right now, well that is the debut of Cooking in the Kitchen with Brenda Fridays, where you all will get an opportunity to share my Friday dinner with my granddaughter and myself. I hope that you enjoyed this debut. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about this little simple meal that I put together. And also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. My intentions were to announce the winner of the apron giveaway contest. I know who the winner is. However, I'm going to have to postpone announcing it until tomorrow's video. So please bear with me. Ooh, please understand, I will get that out tomorrow. I will announce the winner, and then we will go from there. All right, you all. Thank you so much, and see you on tomorrow. God bless you, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.